Vigilante here. Sorry I haven't made a video for a while, and there's a huge space in between them, this I know. Recently I been the DC vigilante. I was caught by Facebook and I was jailed. I was put on Facebook jail for about a week. So in that week I let the page slide. There was no posts for a week, and I didn't really tune into many of the YouTube channels, and I stayed away from it for a week. It's a wee bit more blissful for me, you know. But today now I'm back. I've just made a live video on the Facebook page on DC Vigilante. If you want to see what I had to say there and catch up on some of the YouTube videos that I did manage to see, you'll see it in the live stream. Also just recently we've had confirmation about Flash and how he's chosen for the role, and how they might be working on his movie at long last. Now, this could also mean maybe the return of some of the original cast of Justice League. Who knows? It could have the same impact as the Snyder Cut. And what I mean by that is when the Snyder Cut just now is getting more and more attention, even a couple of years after the Justice League got released. And I gradually, I tell people about it, those ones who don't listen and stuff, and I rant about it. And just recently I'd ranted about the latest Toy Story, which I haven't seen. The family went to see it, and my partner wasn't too happy about it. Said that had the main characters, probably Buzz and Woody, wasn't in the film that much. On the news, I'd listened to these two coloured women saying they lost the opportunity to talk about, all this PC stuff that's going on about, and people saying, they were arguing. They said, well, it's a cartoon, you're not meant to. And again, this is Disney, so in the film it says the characters weren't the same, they weren't hardly in it, and it gives you a sort of rotten ending. And this, and this is, and that of course got me onto the subject about, the media not really liking the fans, calling us trolls for any time we have a verdict. All these movie studios thinking that they know better from those people that, as the consumer, we are the consumers, we throw ourselves in there. The media make sequels in order to get money, right? In order to make money, because they know, oh wait a minute, the consumer loves these sequels, love this movie, so we'll make sequels and we'll drain them out of their pockets. And then when they think they have us in the palm of the hand, what they do is, what's the current thing tweeting just now? Is it gender politics? We'll throw that in there because we want to look good. We'll destroy the characters that they will love. We don't care about the consumers anymore because we know we can put out any garbage. Lo and behold, that goes into the Ghostbusters, that goes into Games of Thrones, that goes into The Last Jedi, it goes behind the DC, what's happening with DC just now, the DC movies. And this is, it was all about all these other characters in Toy Story, and this is, maybe I should have just left it at Toy Story 3 because it made that wee girl look good. As I say, I've not seen it. Okay, so there can't be any spoilers, I've not seen it. And I thought, well, that's exactly how I felt for Star Wars. I felt that after Star Wars, the George Lucas, after The Force Awakens, that was me finished. I knew it was going down a slope, and I'll just remember Star Wars the way I want to remember Star Wars. That was the Lucas vision, and thankfully I didn't go and see The Last Jedi, and maybe I shouldn't go and see Toy Story 4 because it would ruin that, because as I said, Disney has not come up with an original idea for a long time. They're just rehashing, remaking ideas they've had previously. I heard they were doing Maleficent 2. You know, they just did a live version of Aladdin, live version of The Lion King's coming out. They have no fresh ideas. Pixar's come out with Toy Story 4. Let's just throw anything in it because it's Toy Story. It'll make money. So as I say, I went, and all this combined with something like, The Flash, and we heard that they actually, Ralph Query or something had a Superman story up his sleeve, but Warner Brothers didn't want to do it because they had to pay probably him a lot of money just to CGI a moustache. Or either that or Warner Brothers was just too big in the high up their own asses to do anything, to admit they fucked up. And if they released the Snyder films the way they were meant to be, we would be looking at a whole new franchise. We would be looking at a Green Lantern around the corner. We'd be looking at everything else, but everybody was too scared, a cyborg movie, everybody was too scared to lose their job because of this AT&T or whatever company coming in and buying it, so they just wanted to make a quick buck and run. So, so we have this strong media presence when the Snyder Cut is getting more and more attention now, and I see my Facebook page kind of going down in numbers because I'm talking maybe about the Snyder Cut too much, and it draws me back to when I first started the page. It was called Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, because I was sick of all the DC press that was going against, all the DC fans going against Man of Steel, and I thought that was a fantastic film. It was very unique and everything. I was sick of people constantly, from the fans, putting stuff down that they don't like. It's just, you got to support it. So I supported Man of Steel. Then after a long time, I thought, right, people are just thinking this is just a Snyder page and everything else, and I'm just going to stand here and talk about Snyder films, when it's not. It's a DC page. It concerns comics and movies and other directors and everything else. And so I changed it to DC Fan Gives Hope, and I, carried on trying to be positive for the DC franchise, trying to support, trying to defend the choices that was made. And even when Justice League came out, I defended that. I came across some positive ideas about it, and how we should support it, get it, make money, and it was once in a lifetime opportunity. And then you start hearing stuff, what happened behind the scenes, stuff that we could have seen, stuff that could have been more into the film to make it more, and then you find out more and more what happened behind the scenes, and the franchise, where it could have went if Zack hadn't left the scene or was forced to leave the scene. I then started to think, I'm just going to quit just now. I can't post anything positive about Warner Brothers or DC anymore. I just can't do it. I got rid of some of the editors because I knew they wouldn't like the choice, what I was going to do with the page in its final few weeks. I just said, listen, I'm closing it down. Oh, they were angry. I've lost some friends over and stuff. And I says, listen, I just can't do it. You know, I do most of the work and everything else. And then then months later I thought, I've put so much effort into that page all over the years. I'm just going to close it down. You know, and even though I've collected all the videos and all the posts I've worked on for so many years, I'm just going to close it. No, what I should do is become a DC vigilante, where I don't care about if I'm the only one posting or only one that's reading from the page or the only one watching it on YouTube. At least it's there. At least my voice is heard. And now we have millions and millions of people that are supporting the franchise. So many years after Justice League has came out, they're still talking about it. And I think the more you read about it, find out about what the Snyder Cut is about. And it's not just about Zack Snyder's vision. It's about supporting the artists from these companies that come down and ruin a much beloved franchise because they believe they know better than us, the consumers. And now, when you talk about DC Vigilante, and in that I talk about Film Gub or Chris Swenson or anybody else out there that's willing to stand up. I mean, the proof is there. Zack said it himself. He wanted that news out. That I don't even think he was asked at the end, but he came out and says, yes, there are cuts. I've made so many of them. Musicians and everything else behind the scenes that were wrongfully used or replaced, and actors now supporting it. How can I be positive? How can any of us be positive about the film that we've got? We all now live in an age where we can look on the internet and find out more about what happens behind the scenes. And now we have the power to say to those companies, we will not just accept anything that you throw at us. If you want our money, then you have to give us what we want. We're not being a vigilante. We're just standing up for our rights and for the artists' rights. I'm glad I'm back. I hope you are too. Please comment or please share the video. Please let somebody know I'm out there. Or let somebody know that you're out there too. Thanks very much. That's my truth. DC Vigilante out.